In this lesson, Ali, Zagada, and Eva are going to help me demonstrate how to establish infighting in a specific action. So the action we're going to be looking at in this case is making a parry in 4 and landing a riposte into 3. So essentially what that's going to look like is you're on guard, here's parry 4, and we're going to make a riposte into 3. Now looking at it from this situation, it doesn't make much sense. I'm parrying in 4, which means the attack must be coming from a distance. There's more separation. So if I make this parry and I make a riposte like this, I'm not going to hit anything. I have to keep continuing, and I've contorted my arm, so I'm not going to hit the target. That's why we're going to add an additional action in here, which is going to be the parry and crushing the distance for our riposte. And that's what these two are going to help me show you. I'm going to do 2 combinations. I'm going to do one right-handed against right-handed, and then I'm going to do one right-handed to left-handed. Why would we want to do a riposte in cream and force a crushing of the distance when a direct riposte is easier? Well, the reality is it could be a trap. If Ali Zagada is doing a feint, she attacks, I parry, she has second intention plan, so she counter parries and she makes the riposte. I'm going directly into her playbook. She's going to completely dismantle me on the piece. So I'm going to crush the distance so I can land a riposte in a different line that is unexpected. So we're going to separate distance a little bit, so Ali Zagada is going to take a step back. We're on guard. Ali Zagada commits to her lunge. Here's my parry in 4, and now I'm going to make my riposte in cream, and I crush the distance so I can land. This removes her ability to stop me. So another example is if I'm on guard, and she's just going to step forward in a preparation. Here's my parry, I step in, there's my riposte. I'm displacing my target, so if she tries to do remise or second intention, I'm no longer in the same space. It's going to be a lot harder for her to find me. From this position, what we're going to do is simulate the action that Eva is going to attack me. So, in this on guard, she's going to commit to her lunge. There's my parry in 4. Now, a reasonable thought is, why finish in cream when I can riposte to the back with a flick or do a direct attack directly under the arm? Well, the reason is, when you're dealing with a lefty, they're particularly good at defending that area. So here comes my riposte, and it stopped, and she's turned the action against me. So, to confuse your lefty, to surprise them, if they commit to that lunge, step in. You can see there's no way that's going to hit me. She cannot block it by collapsing her arm, and a parry in 4 is going to be too late to stop the action. So, if you want to crush the distance to hit your opponent, this is a very good action to do it. You don't have to be terribly tall to do it. You don't have to worry about being short. It's an action that everyone can do. There's a bonus to the fact that you're also completely closing a line. If someone's trying to remise, they're not going to really get through that. And again, you've completely flattened your target area. So a lot of advantages to this infighting.